It was all a lie. I was appropriated as Disney's racist alibi, plucked as a girl out of history, and without ever mentioning my tribe, made into a woman whose only worth was to keep John Smith alive, an event he completely contrived. It was all a lie. During which the Crown in Jamestown converted my kin to cover their sin. They made the world believe in pilgrims, patriots, and heathens, and I was left with whitewashed skin brought back to life to make the leaves spin, and my people were left to paint a future with all the bleached out colors of the wind. So in order to protect me, my community kept my real name shrouded in secrecy. In your fairy tale, I went from preteen to 16 to baptism in Christianity, all the while my people continued to bleed. Nobody knows my name is Matoax, yet you are so familiar with the story of blankets and smallpox. You love our style, native inspired. You rock our mocks using feathers for props, buying Urban Outfitters smudge kits for $50 a pop. But there, your interest stops. You don't ask about the Trail of Tears, the hunger walks, racial integrity laws. Nobody balks, because if you want to be an Indian princess, forget the culture that needs to be sought. You just need to have a single drop. I was kidnapped and held at ransom for swords and guns while my people were given booze and were racially shunned. I had a daughter, a life. I was married to Cinepoem. Something my full-length feature film found to be too much of a plot conundrum, so they had him killed off and made no mention of my abduction. My sequel had me ditch Smith for Ralph. In holy matrimony, that other husband, a pop culture memory, just a savage phony. This marriage counted by the grace of God and all his glory. At least here, some good came out of my story, because I never spoke of my feelings for Ralph, though they say he loved me so. Our union brought peace to my people and to his. Literal boatloads of money from stolen fields of tobacco, and so the spin given to England was that I was the perfectly civilized Indian that could hand over their perception of a kingdom, but behind their backs my jingle dress was jingling. I tried to return home, but died from pneumonia, pox, or tuberculosis, and sadly, my story is learned via osmosis by frat girls in red-face striking native poses. The bones of my people rest in America's closets, and mine are just a bonus. So many holes. Your lessons are built on history's osteoporosis, because the reality is this: if we weren't dead, the English only wanted to flaunt us. Their legacy of abuse still continues to haunt us, and you don't even know my real name. You've only ever known me as Pocahontas.